And so let's move on now. With the controversy hanging around a payment of $496 million, the federal government said it made for the purchase of Tucano aircraft. Members of the National Assembly have frowned at President Muhammadu Buhari for the legislative bypass in the ongoing deal. They said it is an impeachable offense. The lawmakers are not the only ones frowning at the decision. Governors from the opposition party insist the money was withdrawn without their consent. I have joining me in the studio here in Lagos, the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, the Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Ayodele Fayose. Thank you so much for joining us on the program tonight.
My pleasure.
You've said at a lot of times that some of the governors of the PDP were not privy to the release of $1 billion and what has become the payment for the 12 aircraft that Nigeria is buying from the United States. In politics, they will say that majority carries the vote. Some of you seem that you are unhappy with this decision.
Well, let me appreciate Nigerians and thank you, Sheon, for bringing me here. Let me quickly say that most of the times, majority are never right. Most of the times, majority tell lies. Most of the times, especially in the democracy here, a lot would naturally be wrong with the majority. Governor Dixon of Bayelsa, Governor Wike of Rivers, myself, Governor of Akwa Ibom, Governor of Abia, let me mention a few, were not present at the meeting. These were things done quickly with what I term meeting before meeting, agenda in meeting, meeting after meeting. Let me equally say this, sir. We're not talking about 1 billion naira. We're talking about $1 billion, which means 365 billion naira. That means in 365 days from now, they will be spending 1 billion naira per day, 1 billion naira a day. That is strange.
You think that is too much for security?
More than strange.
No. You think that is too,
see, there's
too much for security?
There's nothing much for security. Nothing much. Nothing extremely too much for security. But let me say to you, sir, in a country where they told us so many hope-like things like we have defeated Boko Haram, we have, they've given us all the impression that they're on top of the issue. The budget is there already, appropriated without this $1 billion. Where is all this money going? Recall very well, Sheon, Transparency International and many organizations internationally said most of the contracts awarded in Nigeria by the military finds, the money finds their way into private accounts abroad. But the actual question you asked, let me answer that question. Majority of the PDP governors that I represent have nothing to do with this money.
But some of them were there, and they were even at the table where the press conference were made.
No. Can I say that? I've not seen evidence of that.
No. But should I mention the governors?
Hold on, Sheon. But let me quickly go into this, sir. In Nigeria, we have what they call the Federation account. Supreme Court judgment says all accruals must go to that Federation account. That's the Supreme Court judgment. And be shared by 3 tiers of government. Supreme Court nullified the excess crude account, which means all accruals must go into a central purse, where the federal government will take their share, the state will take their share, the local government will take their shares. You might tell me, yes, in the days of Jonathan, they did that. The fact that something was done at a given time does not mean that is right at all times.
But you have got it.
Hold on 1 second.
Sorry.
Hold on, Shehu. Let me educate you.
No, let me say this.
Yeah.
Your state has benefited from the SS crude account in the beginning of this administration.
That is not correct, sir.
Really?
That is not correct.
But you were conversing that money
if anybody,
should be given to the state.
If anybody's got an evidence to that effect, they should produce it.
But and
I will apologize to Nigerians. I've just said to you, the SS crude account in itself is not supposed to be in existence.
But why were you conversing that the money should be shared?
Yes, because it's not supposed to be there. It's supposed
but
to.
What were you conversing?
Excuse me. It's supposed to.
You were conversing that the money should be shared.
Yes, to the 3 tiers of government in line with that judgment.
But when you said that money is not supposed to be there,
yes.
So when people hear that you are conversing that the money should be shared, and
you're making a mistake. You're not getting it right. Let me educate you. And I'm telling you that every accruals in this country is supposed to go to a federation account that is supposed to be shared by 3 tiers of government. These 3 tiers of government, you know it, the federal, state, and local government. As of today, the federal government is spending money that belongs to 3 tiers of government. Not only that, Shehu, at the beginning of this year, at the beginning of every budget year, there's a benchmark. Current one is about 42. Today, oil is 73, 74. 42 minus 74 will give you in the range of excess $30. Instead of the federal government allowing this money to go to states, local government, and take their share, they will tell you they are improving on foreign reserve. Fantastic. You can improve on that with your resources. States in a federating unit as important as the federal government, are as important as the local government. But let me now tell you the caution. For National Assembly, let me tell you the caution for federal government. Ekiti State local government is before Justice Inyako. We have filed this matter immediately that happened to raise objection. What they are doing is executive rascality.
Okay.
And the National Assembly cannot debate this matter.
So you're challenging this case already?
Already, it's in court. And we have served, they have joined issues with us. They are before us in the court. They came to court last week. We have served National Assembly. And I want the Senate President to hear this. Because if they go ahead, we are going to take them back to court to charge them for contempt.
But the money has been spent for...
No, the fact that...
The U.S. is a government-to-government transaction.
No.
But the money...
Whatever name you call it, there are standard procedures for governance. You don't violate Nigerians' procedures, whether it's to America or to my mother or to your uncle. Those ones are stories and sentiments.
Let me quickly ask you this question. Are you happy that there seems to be some progress being made security-wise in the country?
Don't let us fool Nigerians. Don't let us fool Nigerians. I'm not into propaganda here. Since independence, I said this on this station. Since independence to the time President Buhari took over this country, the killings between that time and now is more than the whole time of the independence of this country.
Where did you get the facts from, Governor Fayose?
Can you wait 1 second?
No, because we need to verify where you get the facts from.
Fantastic. Let me just give you a little background to it. Today...
Sorry, Mr. Governor, I understand we need to go on break. We take a breath on the program. Up next, Nigeria's main opposition party, PDP, and the ruling APC wrestle for dominance. Is the opposition too desperate to regain power at the center? Our conversation continues after 9.